Welcome, friends, and a massive thank you for choosing to share some of your precious time with me here at the Lorna Green Yoga YouTube channel. Whether you're a newbie or an old friend, you are so welcome in this place. So, do you want to get weird with me? There's a question open to a huge amount of interpretation, but today's class isn't your standard yoga practice, and to be fair, I'm not sure that many of my classes are, but this one definitely falls into the WTF category. You know, sometimes it's important to just feel, not think, and the best way to do that is through movements. Big, bold, slightly crazy movements. So today I'm encouraging you to let go of any thoughts of getting it right or feeling silly. Movement can release emotions, allow your mind some much needed white space, and relieve all kinds of aches and pains. So, shall we get weird together? If you're ready, I'll meet you on the mat. Begin in a standing position, your feet about hip distance apart. Turn your toes in towards each other and press the feet outwards. The right foot moving clockwise, the left foot moving anti-clockwise. And this press is, you're not trying to move your foot, you're not tap dancing, but rather glue your feet down into the floor and feel that squeeze all the way up through the joints, all the way up into the hips, into the belly. Forces you to stand up really tall. You'll feel almost like a spiral of energy working its way up through the soles of the feet, all the way up into your torso. Create space between the pelvis and the ribs, the shoulders and the ears. Let the fingers point down towards the floor and take some normal breaths, just natural breaths. Tuning into how you're breathing. Is it fast or slow, shallow or deep? Remember, there's no right or wrong. Just a little observation. As you notice your breath and you notice where you're breathing from, keep pressing through the feet, grounding down into the earth, standing taller with each inhale, with each exhale. Noticing how your body can soften, relax. Just letting yourself sink into this almost meditation that we're going to do today. Now, as we move through our practice today, I'm going to get you to do some pretty strange things. Just go with it. You're going to love me for it at the end. You're going to create heat because we are moving. However, I want you to try and switch off your muscles a little bit and use the momentum of the movement rather than using muscular energy. Now, this is going to be a bit challenging, especially when you start out the first few times you do it. But by using momentum rather than muscle, you're allowing your body to relax even more. You're letting go. What we're essentially doing today is shaking out our tension. We're going to use some sound therapy today as well, some primal vocalization, and what that means, yeah, it's as crazy as it sounds, but as we breathe out, we're going to vocalize the expulsion, the removal, the letting go of stress, tension, whatever emotions you feel that you're ready to shed. We're going to do that by using a little bit of sound. So when that part comes along, I will give you fair warning. So to begin today, I just want you to start shaking out the wrists, shaking out the fingers. As if, imagine you've got really wet hands and you're trying to get all the droplets of water off your fingertips. So you're just going to shake. And you can be as light or as vigorous as you feel comfortable at this point. You don't want to be so aggressive with this that you feel exhausted or that your body feels overworked or your muscles start to get sore and tired, but you want to feel enough that there is some movement here. You can take the arms out to the sides, maybe reaching them forwards, just allowing the shoulders and the elbows to become part of the movement. So with each shake and move, you're getting bigger, more grand in how you're moving. And perhaps you can soften the knees and begin to just bounce into the heels. You're still grounding through the feet. And I know you probably feel pretty silly right now. And that's okay. You're allowed. See if you can get past that feeling of, what the heck are we doing? Close your eyes. shut out the outside world and just feel how good it feels to bounce, to shake, to move. If you can, maybe just shaking your leg and your ankle on one side, do it on the other side. It doesn't matter if you're coordinated, it doesn't matter. Maybe you need to stop what you're doing with the upper body and just work on the lower body. It's your body, you know it best. Just bouncing. Now, on your next exhale, or in a few moments when you exhale, I want you to let go of your emotions, all the things that are holding you down, weighing you down. We're going to do that with a little bit of noise. As you breathe out, open your mouth wide and let that air go. Breathe in with power and let it go. With a little bit of aggression. And if it makes you want to laugh, if you feel a little bit silly when you do it, that's okay. You're going to move from side to side, and whenever the moment takes you, when you feel that there's a little bit of a build-up of tension in your body, just release it. And slowing the bouncing, we're going to begin to sway. You can take the feet a bit wider if it feels more comfortable. Focusing on that breath. Just breathing that powerful exhale. Swaying, let your head drop, get heavy. Each time you sway, just feeling a little tap with your palm and back of the hand. Maybe becoming more and more powerful, making the arc of your arms wider. Letting go through your breath. Taking your feet a little bit wider as you sway and swing. And bringing it back down almost to stillness. Take your fingers to the inside of your thigh, the heel of the hand resting on the upper part of your thigh, almost at the crease of the hip. Sink down into a squat, and as you do, press through the heel of the hand so you're creating some traction through the upper back, the upper spine. Take a breath, maybe feeling your way into this. Does it feel good to move from side to side? Maybe a little bounce through the heels, lift the toes away from the floor, but keep those elbows strong, keep your torso up, don't fold forward. We want to open the chest, open the front of the body. Move fast, move slow. The choice is yours. Letting go of the emotions as you feel them building, and you'll know when you're ready to let this go. There's no sequence, there's no right or wrong. Just go with what you feel. Remember, we're feeling, not thinking today. You can start to bring your shoulders into this movement. Leaning one shoulder in, leaning the other. Feeling that stretch and opening throughout your entire body. Big breath in and out. As you continue to sway, sink your chest towards your thighs, head towards the floor. Maybe beginning to straighten the legs as you touch the fingertips to the floor. You might want to move your legs a little bit wider again. As you do this, each time you practice, it might feel different every time. Sometimes it feels good to have your legs really wide. Sometimes you want them a little bit closer together. Let your head hang. Fingertips just grazing the floor. Making the sways deeper, more powerful. Keep it soft. Remember, you're tapping into the momentum of the movement. You don't really want to use too much muscle effort. This shouldn't feel like a strain, although you are going to be feeling warm. It's a good warmth, I hope. Perhaps it feels good to sweep your arms in front of you, reaching. Bending, alternate knees as you sweep the hands and keep this beautiful movement flowing. Reaching in front of you And you can move your hands in whatever way feels good. Maybe you want to move them to the side. Maybe you want to scoop energy towards you. Whatever feels good, just move with it, go with it. Coming to center, we find a little bit of stillness once again. Just taking a moment. Take in what's changed in your body. Feel all of the sensations, and then take your hands to the tops of the feet and begin to slap. And slap our way up the back of the thigh to your butt, raising your body up all the way around your pelvis to your belly. So satisfying to hear that sound, isn't it? Across your ribs. We're going to move one hand at a time, right hand to left side, to your underarm, to the outside, the inside of the arm, across the shoulder, down the back, and up the side of the neck, to your chest. And then we can do the same. Left arm comes across to right hip, working its way up. Slapping outer arm, inner arm, the shoulder, the neck, and the chest. Both hands coming together again at the belly, down the front of the thigh. That sounds so satisfying, isn't it? And down. Holding for a moment. Fingertips to the floor, heel toe, your feet together. Let your belly just rest on the shelf that's made by your thighs. Taking a breath in. I might just turn to the side for this. Taking a breath in. You're going to reach your arms up. Maybe a little back bend here. Bending the knees, belly to thighs. Fingertips grazing the floor as you sink down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float down. Push your arms all the way up and over. Inhale and exhale. Like a skier. Just floating. You can move with that momentum. Quite a bit of power with this. Once more. All the way down. Hanging for a moment. Hanging here with the head heavy. Take a breath. Nodding your head. Shaking your head. Bending one leg and then the other. Coming all the way down to the floor. When you come down to the floor, coming onto all fours. We're going to take a couple of rounds of cat-cow. Not any boring linear cat-cow. No, not for us. We're going to go a little bit crazy with our cat-cows. Crazy cat, cool cow. As you inhale, belly drops, shoulder blades come together, chest opens, head lifts. As you breathe out, rounding through the spine, press the mat away as you drop your head to look between your legs. Now as you move through this, notice if it feels good to maybe introduce a little circle as you inhale and exhale. Let your head move in synchronization with your hips. Go in one direction, go in the other. And perhaps it might feel good to sink back and forth as you move and squirm your way through this. But it feels so good to move. To just move your body without any rules, without any, you must move this way or you should be doing that. We're just moving for the sake of moving. Oh, how glorious. wherever you are in the movement, coming back to the starting position. You're just going to cross your feet at the ankles, sink your hips down, walk your hands towards your body, and see if you can roll onto your butt. We're going to come down onto the floor. But before you come all the way down, I want you to take your hands behind you, and you can rest on your forearms here if it feels good, or if you want to get a little bit of fire in your belly, you can stay up a little bit higher. And I want you to lift your toes away from the floor, and you're going to begin to slap your toes on the floor. So you can either do it resting on the forearms, or you can do it with the arms up. And if you've got the arms up, you're going to shake them out. Yes, it is full-on toddler tantrum. And really go for it. Feel it. Feel it right into your bones. Let go of anything that you've been holding on to. Stamp your feet. Let your breath move in whatever way that it wants to. Shake and bounce. Roll if you wish. And then come all the way down to the floor. When you come down to the floor, you take your arms up overhead. Make sure that you can rest the back of the hands on the floor. If you can't, grab a couple of pillows, maybe a block, just so that you're comfortable. Pushing through the feet. So the knees are bent, the feet are pressed flat into the floor. You're going to begin to push. Pushing through the soles of the feet, rocking your pelvis. And don't resist it. Don't try and fight. Just flow. And if you're getting this right, you should feel this all the way up to your chin. You should feel your chin, your head kind of bobbing. Yes. It's saying yes because this feels so good. So you're pressing through the soles of the feet. And you can slow this down, make it a really big movement, or you can do it a little bit faster. Just find what works for you. It's going to be different for everyone. Maybe just letting go with some sighs now as we slow a little bit. Slowing down. Coming to stillness. The arms still above the head. You can take them down if you're finding there's a bit of strain in the shoulders. Take them down to the side of the body, but turn the palms upwards so you're not tempted to press into the floor. So keeping those arms up, we're going to begin to bounce the lower back, so bounce the sacrum. And in doing that, again, you're pushing through the soles of the feet, so make sure that the feet are firmly planted, grounded down. And you're just going to begin to bounce your sacrum, bounce that bony section of your lower back into the floor. It's really soft. And you're light in your movement, you're flowing. You're not smashing your pelvis into the earth, but rather bouncing it like a tennis ball. Just pressing gently through the feet, through your shoulders connecting to the earth, and just bounce. Deep breath. Inhale, exhale. The whole time, your breath keeps everything relaxed. That exhale is just stopping your muscles from getting too tense. If you feel the muscles are beginning to tighten, if you feel that you're using more muscle than momentum, just stop for a second, take a couple of breaths, and you can always start again. Slowing, slowing, finding your stillness. You take your right leg all the way down to the floor, and then roll the left leg all the way down. Begin to rock through your pelvis. Now, imagine if you were doing the twist, this is what it would look like, only you're lying on the floor. So we're twisting on the floor. And again, as you soften, I said it before about the little pushes that you were doing in the sacrum. If you're doing this right, you're going to feel this all the way into your shoulders, into your neck and your head. So as you rock and roll through the pelvis, see if you can relax your head and just allow it to go with the movement. Feel yourself rocking and rolling from the heels to the top of the head. And press your lower back into the floor, and then you can let it arch away. Make sure you're not holding on to tension around your buttocks or your thighs. Relax your knees and just let them flop and follow the movement. Coming to stillness, slowing down, finding stillness. Let your feet fall outwards. You can either leave the arms reaching up or maybe bring them down to rest on your belly. Take some normal breaths. Feel your belly rise and fall as you inhale and exhale. Feel the weight of your body sinking down into the earth, fully supported. And you feel it tingling. You feel the heat that you've created. You feel how relaxed everything is. On your next inhale, prepare your body for movement. As you exhale, point your toes, reach your arms up. Just stretch out. Bending one leg, it doesn't matter which one. I'm going to bend my left and just step it over my right leg so that I can roll to the side. I'm going to pull both knees in. Just hold here for a moment, using my hands to come to sitting. So I'm not using too much muscle at this point. Coming up to a sitting position. Take a breath. And out, rubbing the palms together. Creating just a little more heat. One more time. Placing the palms over the eyes. Feel that warmth spreading throughout your face, your scalp. Sliding the hands across the back of the head, just resting the fingertips at the back of the neck. Feel that warmth, that energy spreading through you. And draw your fingertips down the chest, the breastbone, all the way to the ribs, to your back, and down to the knees. Sitting up tall. And you can stay here as long as you need to. Give yourself time, give your body time to really recognize and enjoy all of the changes that have taken place in just a short space of time. And remember, you can use this first thing in the morning to really set the tone for the remainder of your day, or at times throughout the day when you feel your energy is really slumping, or if you find that your mind is going to some not great places. I know we all have some pretty down thoughts throughout the day at times. We can be quite negative and hard on ourselves. This is a great way to just interrupt that pattern and immediately lift your mood. Whenever you use this, just enjoy. Remember to move the way that feels good to you. You know your body far better than anyone else. So move in the way that feels good. Let go of the idea of being right, of not making a fool of yourself. Just tap into that inner child. Make a fool of yourself. Do what feels good to you and just see how your body responds to that. And I'd love you to let me know what benefits you get from this practice as well. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. Namaste.